Okay, today I got a notification about a free item on Facebook Marketplace that I was interested in. It was a backpack, Easton backpack for baseball players. Has like pockets for your helmet, pockets for your bats, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of these listed on eBay and a lot have sold as well. And their pricing, depending on the different models, is kind of all over the place. So as much as like $200 and as low as like $45. But it was only about 5 minutes away from where I work. So I thought, even if it's only worth $45, it's probably worth it for me to run over there and pick up this item from somebody. So I contacted him around 11:30. The listing said whoever can get this first is getting it. I need to get this out of the house. So I said I can come in 20 minutes on my lunch break, or I can wait until after work, whatever's easiest for you, around 5:15. And he said, yeah, 5:15, that's perfect. So then he told me the intersection that was close to where he lives and said, I'll give you the actual address when you let me know you're on the way. So I got off work. It's about 10 after 5. I contact him and say, I'm on the way now. Can you send me the address? And I get no response. And then I'm driving there. I say, I'm almost there. Can you give me the address? No response. Then I say, I'm at the intersection that you told me to come to, and no response. So it's at this point, it's like close to 5:30. I say to myself, I'm going to just set a timer and I will sit here for 10 minutes. And if I don't hear anything from this guy, I will just turn around and go home. So I'm sitting there waiting for the time to run out. Eventually the time does run out and I just go about my business, and I think, well, that's a deal that I lost. I won't be able to get that backpack. It's not the end of the world. It's going to be $50 or $100, whatever it's going to be. So I turn around, I get about 2 blocks away, and then I get a response saying, here's my address, come and get this thing. So now I have to decide, do I want to go back? And well, I'm only 2 blocks at this point. Yeah, I'll turn around. But I'm a little bit irritated, and I'm struggling with this because this is somebody who's just giving me this item. He's not going to get anything out of it. I don't know what you can really expect from somebody who's just giving away something. But still is kind of annoying. So I do get there and I go back and I tell him I'm here now. I'm standing in front of the house. And then I'm just standing there, and about, I would say 5 to 8 minutes goes by before he finally comes to the door and opens it up. It's like, what? If you tell somebody to come and they tell you I'm on the way right now, wouldn't you be standing by the door, standing by the window? Just put it out on the porch and tell me to come and get it for free. So I was a little bit irritated with this guy. Then he comes out and he wants to chat. I'm not here to chat. I'm getting myself worked up and irritated again just thinking about it. But in the end, I took the backpack. I brought it home. I can't find any exact comps of it. So I've decided already that I'm just going to bring it to work, give it to my friend. His girls are into softball and baseball, and one of them or both of them might like to use this backpack. And this is going to be the way I'm going to make myself feel good about wasting, all told, a full hour by the time I drove to where he lived, which is the opposite direction of where I would be driving to go home. And then when I turn around and come back, and anyway, it was a very, very annoying day. But what expectations do you have if somebody is offering to give you something for free? It feels like you can't get too irritated, but also there is such a thing as just decency. If you're going to be late, let me know. I could have found something else to do. Anyway, I have about I think there's 7 orders tonight. So I'm going to go pull all those things out of the inventory, and then we'll come back, pack them all up. At the end of the video, we'll go over how much profit we made on each one of these items and how much profit we made for the day, and ultimately how we're doing for the month of June. So stick around for that. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back and we're ready to pack. I pulled all of these items. It's pretty small once you pile it all together. It doesn't look like much, but we have a couple of pretty good sales here and a couple of so-so ones. I don't think anything here is going to be too complicated to pack, so we're going to just muscle through this and try to get it done as quickly as possible. As we go through it, I'll tell you about each of these items, where I got it from, how much I paid for it, how long ago, and ultimately, at the end of the video, we'll see exactly how much profit we made on each of them. So stick with me through the end. Okay, I'm gonna put a shirt in an envelope, and I have a bunch of these pre-used, already used Amazon shipping envelopes, and I just tore a hole in that one, so put that one right in the garbage. I might as well just use this. I don't have any other reason to keep it. I'm gonna cut it down a little, because I probably cut it too small just now. Anyway, okay, here we go. First item on the list is this Sublime t-shirt, the band Sublime. It's like a ringer shirt with the 3/4 sleeves, 40 ounces to freedom. I'm not much of a Sublime fan. I don't really know much about them, but I saw this shirt at it was at a church sale, and it was like a fill a bag style sale, but then they had one section that was like stuff they thought was better that you'd have to pay individual pricing for. I saw this shirt, I didn't even look it up. I thought like maybe Sublime was one of these bands that's having a surge in popularity with a younger generation, and this vintage shirt would be in high demand, but probably wasn't the case. I can't remember what I had it listed for, but I've been slowly lowering the price on this over time. So this was all the way back in September of 2023 that I bought this. So it's pretty old. And it just sold finally today for $16.99. I paid $3 for it. So this isn't the exciting deal that I thought it was when I snatched it up there. But whatever, $3 into $17. It's okay. Sublime. Yeah. Put this out of the way. Don't let me forget to do the tally board before the end of this video, because I have forgotten to do it for the last couple of days. I think this is 7 ounces. 6. Call it 6 ounces. I'm not sure where the break point is on things that are under a pound. I used to have a chart here. I don't know what happened to it. 13 by 10 by 1. 13 by 10 by 1, and this is going to a buyer whose initials are CC. That's the same as me. So that's out of the way. All right, next. Here's something I'm actually losing money on, but it's okay. I bought these. A few weeks ago, I sold a light fixture, like a vintage sort of Art Deco light fixture, and it was. I had a bunch of them, but one of them, I broke the little ring that connects the globe to the fixture itself. And so I've been searching on eBay for a while, trying to find the exact ring that I needed as a replacement. And I bought these two, hoping that they would work. This one listing on eBay had these two ceramic porcelain rings that are for light fixtures, and I thought that maybe one of them would do what I needed it to do. It turned out that it didn't. You know, they were the wrong size. They were not useful to me, and so I just listed it to try to recoup some of my money. So I think I paid, after shipping and everything, I think I paid like $16 or $17 for these. I sold them for $10 plus $17 plus $7 shipping, so it's like $17 total. I think after fees and everything on this whole deal, I'm losing about $3. So I don't really consider it a loss, because I didn't buy these specifically to sell them. I bought them for a little bit of an experiment. And now I'm just getting a little bit of my money back. Honestly, I was surprised that anybody bought them. I didn't expect these really to ever sell. So I'm happy to lose $3. Once we're totally done, it's probably going to be more like $7 lost after I pay for this shipping label. So at the end of the video, when we go over profits, we'll see how much we lost on this deal. I think it's probably going to be $7.50. That's my guess. Maybe closer to $8. So let's say $7.89. Okay, rings. 5 ounces, pretty light. 6 by 5 by 5, and it's going to HE. Okay, 2 down. All right, just listed this, I think maybe yesterday. This is a, I'm going to keep my clip. This is a Nike hat. I got several of these. Oh, I got a bunch of hats from an estate sale. In fact, I got this item we're going to be shipping a little bit later from that same estate sale. I believe this is a Tiger Woods logo. I don't know exactly. I don't know. I'm not really a sport guy. I'm certainly not a golf guy, so I don't know exactly what this is about. But I had this listed, I think $32.99. And yeah, like I said, I think it was just listed yesterday, but maybe the day before, or maybe it was even today. I'm not sure. Anyway, somebody, I had it for $32.99. Somebody sent the $30 offer, so I went ahead and took it. It's like let's not hang on to this, trying to pull the maximum of value out of it. Let's just get rid of it. So if I can list it one day and sell it the same day, if I lose $2 or $3 on it, that's okay. So probably not the most appropriate box for this, but I think it's fine. So yeah, I got this like after everything I bought at that sale was $30 total. So after I averaged out the item, each item's cost is only 58 cents for everything that I bought. Each item that I bought was only 58 cents. So this hat cost me 58 cents. I sold it for $30. I'm just going to write hat. It's not too complicated here. 7 ounces. This is 10 by 7 by 3, and it's going to AW. Sometimes I wonder, like, why would you bother sending an offer for that's $2 less? I guess you save money anywhere you can, but it seems like maybe you could lose the thing that you want because you're trying to save $2. Okay, here's a CD. I typically only mess around with CDs if I can get them for free. So this is a CD I got for free somewhere. Quickly trim this cardboard piece down. I usually don't put something like this in a bubble mailer unless I wrap cardboard around it first. It doesn't have to be much, just a nice sheet of cardboard to keep it a little bit extra protected. I know some people are very particular about cases and all of that stuff. For me, I would never have been that concerned about the case if I was, buying a CD and buying it for the music, but this isn't for me, it's for somebody else. So I'm gonna just go ahead and score this so I can fold it right in the middle. So this is what? Don Airy. Push to the limit. It says in the title, Hard Rock Deep Purple. So Don Airy must have been a member of Deep Purple. And then this is be a modern release. I come across these CDs pretty regularly. I think that's from somebody. I'm assuming it's from somebody who is a record reviewer of some kind, because these CDs always turn up that are like. There are a lot of these that are like current releases from members of classic rock bands, but also like modern progressive metal or psychedelic metal. It's always like verging on heavy metal stuff. And these CDs I find come like super new, brand new looking, like they've either never been played or only been played once. And they're not worth much. I think I sold this for $11.99. 6 ounces. That's gonna be 9 by 6 by 1. But if you can get something for free, you could safely sell it for $10 and feel like it's worth doing it. Because something like that is very easy to store, very easy to ship. For $10, I'll take it. Okay, I have this Hall's pottery pitcher. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a difference between a Hall. Well, I guess there's Hull with a U, H-U-L. And then there's Hall's. Whoops. Yeah, I'll pick those up after. So I don't know. I thought this was a collectible brand of pottery that somebody would be excited to find, but it turns out it's not so valuable. I paid $3.50 for this at a yard sale last summer. $3.50, that seems high. This must have been one of these averaging out things. So $3.50 at a yard sale. Well, this wasn't even in the summer. This was in November. Huh. Who was having a yard sale in November? I do kind of remember driving by and thinking, "Oh, that's a late in the season sale." It was just a sale that was on my way to work. I didn't even go out of my way to find it. It just happened to be driving past it. Decided to stop. I bought this there. I bought some CB radios. I don't think those ever sold. Maybe they did. Can't remember what else I bought there, like something small, like a pocket knife or something like that. Anyway, this took a while to sell. Well, not that long, I guess. November through today is June 17th. June 17th. So 7 or 8 months for this thing to sell. That's not bad for me. I have a lot of stuff that doesn't sell for 2 years. In any event, this only sold for $19.99. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I think I'll wrap it a couple of times in bubble wrap. And then I'm going to pack the crap out of it with paper. I should probably double box it. It does feel like this is that kind of lightweight, almost chalky ceramic that feels like it could break very easily. But I think I'm going to pack it pretty tight with paper and just keep this thing as far away from the box walls as I can. I could just kind of wrap this around, protect it a little bit. I don't know if this is any good, but I've already started it. Might as well just do it. Shit. Oh, I hate to waste tape. This stuff is not inexpensive, so I don't like it when I mess it up. Okay, this is going to go in like that, and it's going to have at least 2 inches around it on all sides. Which is just going to be nothing but paper. I would like to try that expanding foam packing material. put your item in there and then spray the foam all around it, and it makes a package that's custom fit to perfectly go around your item. Oh, okay, yeah, this is fine. For an item that's only sold for $19.99, I'm going to be putting a lot of paper in here. Probably going to put $2 worth of paper. I do have all this these air bubbles, but I don't really trust those with something like this. Where's this going? My luck, it's California. Oh, only Ohio, so it's not going that far. So I think it'll be okay. Even with a little less packing than this, it'd probably be fine just to get to Ohio. Whoops. Okay. That's nice and tight. Then with these flaps overlapping each other, gives it even a little extra level of protection from above. It's got 4 layers of cardboard right here on the top. Okay, pot, 5 pounds, and how much, or where's it going? Who's it going to? JS. All right, next up, this is a Kirby vacuum attachment caddy to carry your hoses and stuff around in. I got a bunch of these. I got a bunch of parts that went with this from the Goodwill bins, which is not a common place for me to go to. That is not gonna fit in a 12 by 12 by 12. No. So yeah, I got a bunch of those pieces, the attachments, and I sold a good number of them already. Will that work? No. I might have to use one of these. These are like just about my least favorite boxes to try to resize. So let's see what I have right here. Oh, nothing really. This will work right here. No. So back to this one. This one I'll I'll have to resize this one a little bit, but it should be fine. I mean, this thing is not breakable. This is solid plastic. It's not gonna, nothing's gonna happen to it. So I won't even put any packing in here. Or very little packing anyway. I kind of like to get rid of this whole area, but I'm not going to. Unless the, it doesn't really fit in here. All right, this doesn't really work. Try something else. We're back to these ones that I don't like to resize. I get these boxes at work, and they usually have books in them. And the way they pack them is they put a stack of books on a flat sheet of cardboard, and they shrink wrap it to the cardboard, and then they just put the cardboard down in the bottom of the box. It's the exact same size as the bottom. And so they don't need much protection because there's nothing, the books can't move, and there's nothing touching the side walls or anything like that. So, oh no, this one's not tall enough. I think there's some that are slightly taller. Well, keep looking. Is this the same? This is the same. That one's the same. This one is even skinnier. What's this? There we go. Here's the winner. Okay, I'm going to size this down to basically exactly the height of the caddy. I could try to resize this so all of this space gets filled up, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put, I might as well just use this brown paper. Essentially, you just don't want this thing sliding around while it's shipping, but it doesn't need much protection, so that paper will be more than enough. But I have this left over here anyway. Might as well stick it on this end. Okay, so yeah, I got this at the Goodwill bins. After, you know, at that store, they do everything by weight. They charge you a certain amount per pound. So by the time I got everything home, I paid $1.57 a piece for each item that I bought there. So this thing I paid $1.57 for. There must have been 7 or 8 vacuum parts, like the hoses, the crevice cleaner, the different attachments, and I would have paid $1.57 for each of those. And I know I sold a couple of those anyway, maybe not all of them, but some of them. I thought this would be the last part to go, the least popular part, but here it is going. It didn't sell for much, $20, but I only paid $1.57 for it. Kirby, vintage Kirby stuff can be valuable because you can't really get it. It's 3 pounds. This box should be 18 by 15. And it's gonna be 7 inches high. So only 20 bucks is going to CK. Okay, one more thing, and this is the best sale of the day for sure. This is, I don't know exactly what this is, but I got it at that same estate sale where I got those hats. I got a bunch of Adidas track suits. I got some tools. I really would like to have gone back to that sale, but or spent more time there. But I stopped there on the morning that we were going to be leaving for vacation, so I didn't have a ton of time to be wasting there. And honestly, my car was pretty full already, and I didn't know how much more stuff I could fit. But there was a lot of stuff there that I thought I could have made money on. So that was the one where she just looked at everything that I brought up, and she said, "How about $30?" And I said, "Okay, that's fine." In that pile of stuff was this tool. I don't even know what it is. An instrument. It's for. Somehow it tests the hardness of a surface or of a metal or something like that. It's called a Rockwell scale New Age tester. Newage, I think, is the name of the company. Newage. I don't think it's probably New Age. I think it's Newage. It comes with a little. This is like this would be like a testing block, like something that you know the hardness of, and then you can compare it to what this says. It has all the instructions and everything with it, and this nice wooden box, like stuff used to be made years ago. I'm guessing this is probably from the 40s. I don't know. I just grabbed it because it looked cool, and once I got it home, I found out that there was only one that has sold on eBay that's exactly like this. Some other similar ones sold, but one exactly like this sold for $125 sometime within the last 3 years. So I assumed it would be a long tail item, but I put a $125 price tag on it. Seemed like the thing to do. Somebody else sold it for $125. I'll try to do the same. And it hasn't been listed too long. That vacation was only 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it wouldn't have gotten listed until after we came home. I could tell you exactly when I listed it, but I can for sure tell you exactly when I bought it, which was May 24th. So what did I say today was? June 17th. So definitely less than a month this has been listed. And I was able to send out an offer on it today, so I just sent a 15% offer. Not usually those offers don't turn into anything. People do not, in most cases, buy something after getting an offer, in my experience. I guess there's any number of reasons why somebody might watch an item or even put it in their shopping cart or look at it multiple times. I think those are the 3 reasons why eBay would allow me to send an offer on an item. If they watched it, if they put it in their cart, or if they had reviewed that page more than once. There might be more that I don't know about, more reasons. But anyway, I feel like most people, if they're watching something, it might be because they have one to sell and they want to keep their eye on somebody else's to see what it turns out to be worth. I think that's probably the number one reason why things get watched, but I might be wrong about that. It could just be price comparing. People are shopping and they put a bunch of things in their on their watch list to see which one they like the best or which one has the cheapest price, or who knows. Anyway, I sent the 15% offer on it, and so it sold for $106.25, and I paid 58 cents for it. So that's a big win. That was a pretty much all estate sales are sad, but that was a particularly sad one because it was the daughter running it. Typically, people hire companies to handle that stuff because it's just too emotionally fraught. You got a house and it's full of stuff and you've got to clean it out, but it's tough. And so I was talking to the woman. She was running the sale. She gave me a price on all of this stuff, and then somehow or another, she started talking about her dad, and you know, she was on the verge of tears. And here I am buying something for 50 cents. So, yeah, that was a sad one. I don't prefer estate sales as a place to source inventory because of that reason. It's too emotionally devastating. I do go to them, you know, but they're not the first place on my list if I'm trying to find stuff. Okay, this is packed up pretty tight, I think. So this is the item that put us over the top today. I was happy with the number of sales we had gotten, and I think it was around, I think we were over $100 in profit already probably, but this one definitely put us over. Okay, I'm gonna write on here hardness, and we'll weigh it, almost 4 pounds, 9 by 9 by 9, and it's going to TB. Oh, only in Wisconsin, so not too far. Okay, right now I'm going to pull up the eBay bulk label, shipping label purchasing page, and I'll enter all this information that I just wrote on these boxes. And then I'm not going to bore you by watching me do that, so stick around for the next 10 minutes or so, and we'll figure out exactly how much money we made when I come back. Okay, this is the last label. Putting it on now. We spent about $41 on shipping labels tonight. And let's go through the profits. All right, number one, this Sublime t-shirt that took me 2 years to sell and to make $13.32 on. I guess that's, what, $7 a year? $7.50 a year? Not great. Then the 2 threaded porcelain light fixture parts, light rings. I was pretty close. I think, did I say $7.89 in the negative? I think that's what I said earlier. And we ended up negative $7.86. So I paid $17 for those total. So at least I'm getting $10 back. So I'm not totally losing money on those. It looks like I'm losing money, but I'm actually getting back some money. Okay, this Nike Tiger Woods golf hat, that sold for $30, and after fees and everything is $27.47. This CD that I got for free, Don Airy, $9.57. The Halls pitcher, the little round ball pitcher, $13.67. That I don't know if I would buy one of those again if I see one, but maybe. And then I did have to end up cutting down this box that has the Kirby vacuum piece in it. Remember, it was long before. With that extra length, that added like $7 onto the shipping. So I chopped that down off camera and made it fit the part pretty much exactly. Otherwise, we would have lost money, or we would have made only like $7 on this thing. But right now, we made $15.48. So even that's maybe not worth it. But and then finally, the sale of the night, the portable metal Rockwell Hardness tester. After I sold it for $106, and then after fees and shipping label, I made $92.99 on it. So today's total profit so far, and I say this almost every time, it's only 10:30. We still have a few more hours. Let me turn this fan off. It's probably messing up the microphone. Sorry about that. $164.64. It's 10:30. The end of the day here does not officially roll over until 2 a.m. So we might make another sale or two tonight, but we'll be happy with $164.64. So that makes it so the average profit per day in June right now is $104.78. I want that number to go up. So we need to start making some more sales before the month is over. And then the average profit per sale this month right now is just over $24, $24.07. So I'm going to open up this USPS page right now so I don't forget to do that. And speaking of not forgetting, I don't want to forget to update the tally board, because I got 2 days here I didn't do it. So 6 sales on Sunday, 5 sales on Monday. Let's add them to the board here. This is where I'm tracking how many sales come in each day of the week. And eventually we'll be able to figure out, is one day better than any other day? So 6 sales on Sunday. Let's add that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 5 sales on Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sunday and Tuesday are looking good. Tomorrow I'll be able to add 7 or hopefully more sales onto Tuesday. So Tuesday is doing great. Okay, that's it for tonight. I'm going to get that pickup scheduled, and then we will get all these boxes put out for my carrier to take in the morning. And then hopefully we'll be back tomorrow night with another big sales day. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.